Hello friends, it's Kelly and I'm back with a layout for Through the Rainbow Challenge. This is a year-long challenge that I participate in with lots of other crafty ladies who were going through our stash and choosing a certain color each month and creating a layout with it. So this month, the color is, we're doing the in-between colors this year. We did this last year where we went through the rainbow. Now we're doing the in-between colors. And this year, this month, not this year, the color is coral, which is one of my very, very favorite colors. So I started going through my coral because I keep my pattern papers in rainbow order. And so I went through my papers and this is what I found first, and I thought, perfect, I'm going to go with that and kind of use it as my basis for a page kit. And so with this pulled from my coral, because whenever I look at this, the main color to me is coral. Some people might have put this in their yellow paper, or even some might put it in their cream or black. Whatever color stands out to you most, that is how I organize and sort my paper. Like whatever color speaks to me when I look at a paper, that's how I organize it. So I went with this coral and I pulled out a coral piece of cardstock and went from there. So this is kind of, coral is kind of a hard color to pin down just because there's so many variations of it. So you can have a real red coral or you can have a real pink coral. So I tend to like more of the pinky corals. So this is actually a textured cardstock from Simple Stories and it's called Blush. But it coordinated really well with the other pinky tones in this. So I pulled it and I'm gonna say that's a real light coral. And then I actually had only pulled, I wanted something to go to make it pop. So this is a high contrast paper. And then I pulled this wood grain just because I liked it. And then this was kind of an afterthought. I thought, I like that, because when I started pulling embellishments, I was looking at my washi and I thought I need to use some washi because I've already destashed a whole bunch of washi, and what I have left in my stash, I need to get it used. So I only kept what I loved, and I love this. So I threw this in, and then that led me to thinking, oh, maybe I need to bring some of that buffalo check. I don't know if this is buffalo check. I don't know what the difference is, but I just pulled this in. And then this paper, the butterfly paper here underneath this pile, is Simple Vintage Cottage Fields. This one here is also Simple Vintage from that line, designed by Katie Petit, is Farmhouse Garden. So two different collections, but still feel like they went pretty well together. This came from a paper pad. I don't know which one. So I started pulling embellishments, and these are what I came up with. I found some butterflies in my stash that have a coral, pink, and orange. Found these Prima flowers that have a lot of pink, that pinky coral. These, which are just, I use these a lot for texture on my layout. And these are some acetate greenery from Katie Petit from the 49 and Market. So I would pull those in. I'm having issues today with my hands because I'm freezing. It's cold in here. And I can't like grip things. I keep dropping things. So I pulled these doilies from my stash. I found this lone little butterfly in my coral drawers. That's where I keep my like leftover embellishments. Once I'm done with an embellishment pack, I sort them into my color drawers. Found these tags They're just wood grain, natural colored tags. On this little embellishment from Asuka, it's called Chipboard Embellishment Fairy Lights. So I think those are cute. I might use those. Brought forward my photo corners that I'm trying to get used, and then this Felicity Jane pack. I just thought these tones, some of these tones will go really well with what I've got. So that is what I'm working with. Oh, and I forgot to tell you what yeah, sometimes my brain just goes all over the place. So I pulled the Simple Vintage Cottage Fields and remembered that I had lots of embellishments still from, I don't know if this is the same collection or not. And I sometimes when I'm done with a collection, I'll combine it, but a lot of this will coordinate. So I just pulled this into. So that is kind of my plan. And I am scrapbooking these two photos of my daughter, my grandson, me, and my granddaughter. So we all went to eat for my birthday. We went to lunch for my birthday, and I thought I would get those scrapbooked. And let me see what else. Oh, and then I had this brilliant idea today. I have a bunch of these, they're like 99 cents or $1 or $1.25 from the Dollar Tree, and it's just like an old school photo album, right? But real cheap. And I have a whole bunch of these in my stash, and I'm trying to figure out a way to better organize my sketches that I print on my PhotoMate, what is it called? Epson PictureMate. And trying to find it, because a lot of times I'll cut them, and so I have these little single pieces of little paper that are sketches that are all over the place that I don't really have a place to store them. So I thought, why not use one of these? So I'm going to eventually put a cover. I'm going to organize these a little bit better. And these are just ones that I pull off the internet, like, or take screenshots, things that I find inspiring that I might want to scrap lift or something. These are Katie Petite from her digital. I found these on Pinterest, and I thought those were beautiful. And maybe I can scrap lift them at some point. We'll see. But so I don't like to keep all of that on my device, my iPad, or my iPhone, because it takes up a lot of storage. So I print them and keep them in this little book from now on. I also had an idea, I don't know if it will work or not, but I don't know if these are strong enough to hold them, but like dies or stamps that are small, you could keep them in one of these. I don't know. I'll have to play with it and see how that works out. So anyway, I just thought I would share that idea with you. They're super cheap, and instead of having these little pieces of these little squares, because I do often cut them apart, instead of doing that, just keep them organized in one of these little cheapy photo albums. So just a quick little tip. All right, guys, I'm going to go ahead and get started scrapbooking. And the whole reason for this, I'm going to use this sketch here from Allison Davis. I don't know if you can see that, if there's a bit of a glare, but this is the sketch that I intend to use. So, and that's from Allison Davis. All right, I think that is all I have to say, and I'm going to go ahead and get started.